Hi, my name is Meaco. I own Meaco, and these guides are set up to try and demystify air conditioning, to make it simple for you to understand what you need to buy, what to expect when you've got it, and what it's going to do for you. First of all, how do you cool a room? Whether it be your bedroom, your office, your living room, whatever it is that you want to cool, how do you do it? Well, terminology, we talk about air conditioning, we talk about air cooling. It's not actually the same thing. They're two separate things that do very different jobs. At the end of the day, they both cool, but they do it differently, and you need to understand the difference. So, this is a portable air conditioner, this is an air cooler. They do different things. An air cooler cools via water. You add water to it. That means it cools the air, but it also humidifies the air. It puts more moisture into the air, and it's less effective if the air is already humid, if it's a hot, sticky summer. An air conditioner, it cools the air in the same sort of way as a fridge. It's got the same sort of parts inside it as a fridge. So that means it cools the air and removes moisture from the air. So if it's a hot, sticky day, it takes away that stickiness as well. But it does mean it's got a hose on it. Portable air conditioning that is, always needs a connection with outside. For a portable unit, that means you have to deal with a hose, and that has to go out via a window or out via the wall if you're prepared to make a hole in the wall and insert it through. An air cooler, on the other hand, still needs to have a connection with the outside. It still needs to go in front of an open window in order for you to really get the benefit from it. They don't work effectively unless you have them in front of an open window, so they're in front of the through breeze, ideally with a door open on the other side of the room, so that they're cooling the fresh air as it comes into the room. Let's show you how an air cooler really works. So, this is an air cooler. This one is called a Meaco. It's made by Convair, Australian manufacturer, where they definitely know a thing or two about hot summers. This is a very good quality air cooler. How the air cooler works, it's really simple. Get that out of the way. Basically, you add water to the bottom tray here. You'll be filling up using, for example, a watering can, makes it nice and easy, and you probably fill this up twice a day on a really hot day. Otherwise, you might get away with just one fill up a day. On the front of the machine, there's an indicator just by here, so you'll be able to see how much water you're putting in and how much water you've got left. What happens is, the water is pumped from the bottom of the unit up to the top, whereby it trickles down over this filter. This filter is made from aspen wood chippings, which gives it a very large surface area and it's very absorbent. So basically, this becomes very wet. The air within the room is pulled in over this fan. The fan draws the air over the wet filter. As the air passes over the wet filter, the heat, the energy is removed from the air. This cools the air down, and the air comes back out at the front of the machine, cooler and more humid. Now, as I said before, an air cooler works far better if you can position it in front of an open window, ideally with a through breeze through to the other side of the room. This makes it far more efficient. Just put this on here. Flips in like so. Now, an air cooler, there's not a lot to it. It's a very simple machine. So, not surprisingly, it's very light. This makes it much easier to move around. You can move it upstairs, downstairs, between different rooms, much easier to handle. It does have some small wheels on it, so you can drag it about and you don't actually have to pick it up. But the point is, much lighter than an air conditioner. Very simple to use as well. Two buttons. This one allows you to select the fan speed, and this one, how much cooling you want. Basically, how much water is going to pump over the filter and how quickly it's going to go through the water that you put into it. So you've got no compressor, no weight. This makes it a lot lighter, a lot quieter. You'll actually be able to hear the water dripping through, it's that quiet. It's more manoeuvrable, you'll be able to take it from room to room, take it up to your bedroom, but the air conditioner is still going to be more efficient, it's still going to achieve a lower temperature within the room. because with our more humid summers that we tend to have here in the UK, it means that there's already quite a lot of moisture within the air in the first place, so therefore the air cooler, its efficiency is reduced because it's relying on the moisture level within the air in order to provide the cooling. Let's have a look at an air conditioner. So now we've got the air conditioner. This is the Meaco MEA 8000. It won the Best Buy in an independent test in the Sunday Mirror last year, and we feel it's the best small portable air conditioner that we've ever come across, and we're very proud to put our name to it. If you've got a bedroom that needs cooling, sitting room, conservatory, small office, this is the sort of machine that you want to be looking for. But how does the portable air conditioner work? Well, basically it's like a fridge. So, on the back of the machine you have a filter here which cleans the air. What's happening is the air is coming into the machine and hitting these coils on the back. They're very similar to the sort of coils that you'll have on the back of your fridge. These coils are cold, so when the air hits it, the energy and the heat is taken out of the air, and also condensation occurs. If you take the filter section back off the machine when it's actually working, you'll be able to see in here and they'll be dripping wet. So that removes the stickiness from the air during a hot, humid summer. So on a sort of hot, thundery day, which we tend to get during the British summer, the moisture will be taken out of the air. So these coils are cold and they absorb the heat. What then happens is that there's a bit of regeneration going on here, because the heat then is removed off the coils in order for the coils to work again, and the hot air goes out via the hose. All you've got to do is just pop the hose through a window, or if you want to, you can make a permanent installation by making a hole straight through the wall, just like you would do for a tumble dryer. But out that hose, straight out the window to outside, is going hot, humid air, getting rid of it, leaving you in a much cooler room. The moisture, when it goes to outside, is turned back into vapour. Vapour is what's all around us at the moment. It's moisture in the air, but you can't see it. So there's no droplets of water, there's no condensation going on outside, it's just air going out to outside. Nothing for you to worry about. So the air is cleaned over a filter, which is part of what I've removed here, hits the coils, cooled down. Now, an air conditioner has more controls than an air cooler because there's more possibilities of what you can do with it. But basically, when you receive it, all you need to do is plug it in, connect that hose, put the hose out the window, press the on button. It really is as simple as that. Use the up and down arrows to set your target temperature. I would suggest something like 20-22 degrees centigrade. Really no need to go any lower than that. You can adjust your fan speed. That will make the unit quieter if you go onto a lower fan speed. After that, that's pretty much it. You don't need to worry about any of the controls, and you'll be able to find that as long as you give the air conditioner a chance to run and do its thing, that you have a nice cool room.